Hello everyone, Elohim here. I was missing you, and I was missing a lot to make these moon videos. If you have been around for the past 3 or almost 4 years, because I started doing this in 2019 before all the strongest difficult years, I was starting to do these videos about the full moon, new moon every month. Then with all what happens in 2020, I just take it like a disciplined way to do this every month regularly. Every 2 weeks I was doing a video. Most of the time I just do the video 3 hours before the moon phase because I was always running with job. Anyway, this year we have more time, we have more space, we have more experience. So like I said in my last moon video months ago, I was thinking I will take a time just to put into practice everything that I have been teaching and learning in the process. I did it. That's the reason why for the past 4 months we were doing any moon videos talking about the full moon or new moon, because I was just trying to learn directly from the practice more than from the theory, because I'm very focused in discipline and practice. So now we can catch up. This is the month of August. Probably you're watching this video in July and don't have too much sense, but anyway, nothing has sense in this life, right? August is a very spectacular month for everything related with the moon. We have the new moon just in the middle of the month. We have two full moons happening this month. One of them just starting the month. August 1st, full moon in Aquarius. This full moon in the sign of Aquarius close all the cycles of growing, manifestation, empowerment, wishes, rituals, personal evolution that we start 6 months ago with the new moon. That new moon in January was complicated, right? The new moon in January, not just because we're coming from the Happy New Year, holidays, Christmas, Hanukkah, and everything else, Kwanzaa, June, but because that new moon was, most of the hours was actually in Capricorn, and just like the last 2 hours was in the sign of Aquarius. So for many people in the graph was, oh, this is Aquarius new moon, but for others was, it's an Aquarius moon that feels like Capricorn because it's a lot of earth energy happening there, and that was like really cool to say because it's earth, mountain, dust, stones, rock. That's the kind of energy that we needed to start this year, and that was really good. If you have been manifesting any projects, doing videos, audios, writing, creating, cooking something new in your home or in your work, that's the effect of that moon. Now this is the full moon in the same sign, the sign of Aquarius, the sign of the empowerment, rebellion, going forward in life against the system. It's when you put your little seed in the big woods and you say, I plant this tree, and this tree will be different to every other tree in the woods, but at the end of the story will be part of this big history of the green woods, right? Full moon in Aquarius is everything about empowerment, it's everything about rebellion, about going forward, about reanalyze the rules. You have your moon calendar. I have mine. Whatever is the calendar that you use, I use my favorite one. The full moon will be happening around 2:32 p.m. I think this is central hour of United States, because here not in East Coast will be happening around 5:32 p.m. 5:34 p.m. we will have 100% of alignment over the moon. It's a super moon, which means we have a lot of light to work. We have a lot of closeness to the moon. We have a lot of feeling of that motherhood that you recognize when your mom is close, that energy of feeling safe, but at the same time feeling like whatever I do, somebody supervising me, that that motherhood energy is there. One of the things that I'm teaching this month, we have a class, a workshop happening later this month, and I'm gonna give you a little bit more of this at the end of the video. We have a workshop, and the idea of this workshop is reanalyze the myths and folklore that we have related with moon magic. That's just a little part of the workshop, which is focusing on reanalyze or re-study why the moon is considered mostly a goddess. We are not looking in the why, but we are looking how we embrace that commonly, or like a community, or like a big group of people. Because soon is always the Lord is related with is the Sky Father, is the Lord, is the King, is the fatherhood, while the moon, but is working all day. You see the light all day, but the moon is like resting, is there in the night. Sometimes it's not. It's always changing, and we relate that with motherhood, with femininity, but at the same time, this comes from big old myths, and other myths relate the moon with a male energy, the sun with feminine energy, because at the same time the sun is very nurturing for the plants, for the animals, for the human beings, and for even for the water. The vitamins that we absorb in our bodies from the sun, from the sunlight, are very rich and very powerful for our own bodies. So it's a lot of folklore in there to check. We have the full moon happening. We have the new moon in the middle of the month. New moon in Leo, because we are in August, is the month of Leo. Is a lot of solar energy there. And ending the month in August 30, we have the full moon again. And that will be very complicated too when we talk about which sign is this moon exactly. After that, how our planets are doing right now. We have the full moon in Aquarius. We have right now it's 5 months to the end of the year. So which are exactly our plans for the next months, right? And we have Mercury and Mars are located in the sign of Virgo right now. Mercury is the communications, is the transits, is how we absorb and take information, and how we bring information to others. Is the internet and also the social media. Mars is the action, is putting into action any plan that we have and trying to manifest or put into action dreams and goals. Both are in the sign of Virgo, which is order, it's organization, but also remember Virgo requires a lot of pushing from time to time. So if you feel the pressure from some place around, from your family, from your loved ones, people pushing you in the right direction, remember it's part of this energy manifesting around. Jupiter and Uranus are in Taurus. Jupiter continue being empowerment, but also is going forward, literally going up. Is taking yourself to the next step. Jupiter was the king, lord of the gods. In the midst was the thunder god, was the sky father. Is all of these aspects of something that is so bigger that we can't really comprehend in totality. And we have Uranus, which is related with Aquarius. It's the planet related with wind, rebellion, and change. Everything that you need to make a change in life, in personal life, in your job life, in your romantic life, is how you empower a change for good. How we cause rebellions worldwide to fight for what is right. That is a very Uranian energy. After that, we have Saturn and Neptune in the sign of Pisces. Saturn, Capricorn, Earth, the karma father, the karma grandpa, who is always correcting you, pushing you, is this character, this archetype that comes to you and say, in my times, we were stronger, we were smarter, we did the job, we were, because they come from the difficult times, and we just take the wisdom, we try to not take it personal. Is that father or that boss who is pushing you too much. Remember, when people push you, they know that you can take it. Many times they can abuse of the situation if you let them, so you need to be very careful with that. But remember that when you are trying to push someone, just if you have children, because I have a lot of nephews and I grow up with them very close, when you know that they have certain a certain aspect, some kind of weakness that they are developing in some field, you try to push them to take power of that, to take control of that situation. But if you know that this is too much for them, you don't push, because you know you go to break them and you don't want that. You push the other one in that direction, and you take a little more of time, because we know, we understand, being bigger than you or being wiser than you or more experimented than you, that you are not in this moment to take the situation. So we're gonna work in your other strengths before you take this again, because this can be too much for you and we don't want to break you. Saturn is like that. Saturn is, he watched you from the sky and see, oh, you can take more, so let me give you more. Oh, this weight, this very strong weight is turning too light for you, let me give you more weight. Because even when we don't appreciate the weight around, at the end of the day, that the weight is what makes us stronger, kindest, smarter, wiser, closest to the deity and the divinity. If you just fall in the process, if you don't take the strength, the critic, you don't grow up. You just stay there complaining and blaming everybody. And Saturn is pushing you in that way because he don't care about anybody else. He just cares about you personally. And each person for Saturn is a whole project which is working at the same time. Saturn and Neptune are in the sign of Pisces. Neptune in Pisces is a lot of mysticism, a lot of esoteric feel, a lot of astrology studies, a lot of mystical energy development, clairvoyance, discussions about spiritualism, about ghosts, about UFOs right now, about everything that goes beyond the normality, beyond the standard, and we can consider paranormal in some way. And after those we have Sun and Venus in Leo. Sun, the Lord or goddess in some myths, and we have Venus, passion, beauty, love, compassion, self-love, self-care. They are located in Leo, which is light, right? It's everything about light, brightness, shine, not shiny things, but how we shine the situations that we like, how we put some light on over the situation. This bad situation is happening, I need to move some light in there. This good situation is happening, I need to bring more light in that situation. Pluto in Capricorn, which has been there for like 18 years in a row, then move a little bit to Aquarius and then come back to Capricorn, is giving us a lot of confidence to talk about trauma, abuse, self-care, this kind of discussion that we didn't have 18 years ago. Is Pluto moving all of this out, this is moving all of this garbage from inside. Moon in Aquarius. Everything that pushes you forward, embrace it. Everything that motivates you to change, embrace it. Everything that takes you out of the comfort zone, take it, embrace it, learn from it. At the end of the month, we have a workshop on moon magic, moon altars, everything related with the moon, with the myths, the folklore, on how to embrace the moon in your personal, individual practice without any specific related tradition. The information will be in the description. If you want to take the workshop, take it. If you are not able to take the workshop for any reason, it's a post that you can take the time to read for free in my blog, link in the bio. I hope that you take the time to read it. It's a very long, probably very boring post that I made for you. I hope that you enjoy it. Stay well, stay safe, and I hope that each moon brings you something good and something new that you can take to nourish your own life. Stay well, be kind, be wild.